Hello and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News on this Tuesday, December 9th. I'm Grant Olson. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Serious rainfall over the last 2 days has pushed river flows in the Wenatchee Valley to some historic levels. Sheriff's deputies are seeking assistance looking into a possible homicide north of Brewster. And speaking of river flows, heavy rain with possible flooding and mudslides possible tonight and Wednesday. I'll have your full local weather forecast straight ahead. Police investigating an SUV found in the Columbia River have recovered the body of an Entiat man missing since last week. The Washington State Patrol on Monday shut down Highway 97A near milepost 211 south of Entiat after discovering a white Nissan Pathfinder fully submerged in the water along the northbound lane just after 11 a.m. Inside the car, they found the body of Justin Lassiter, a 24-year-old man last seen on December 2nd as he was traveling from Wenatchee back to his hometown. He was belted into the driver's seat. Chelan County Sheriff's deputies had been looking for Lassiter since his reported disappearance. The State Patrol says it's still seeking clues as to what could have caused his vehicle to veer off the highway. Serious rainfall over the last 2 days has pushed river flows in the Wenatchee Valley to some historic levels. The Wenatchee River at Peshastin today measured about 8.5 feet in depth. The U.S. Geologic Survey, which monitors stream flows in the area, says the median high for that gauge has been 8.4 feet for the last 28 years. The picture was similar downstream, with the Wenatchee measuring 23.2 feet at monitor. Normally for today's date, the high depth is 22.9. The National Weather Service is predicting the river could reach its minor flood stage by the weekend if rainfall forecasts hold. We'll look at those possibilities in our weather outlook later in the broadcast. The Wenatchee School District is preparing to lose more than $2 million in federal funds as it eyes the 2026-2027 budget. It's a response to continuing educational cuts and revisions by the Trump administration. In an email sent to staff district-wide on December 4th, Superintendent Corey Callahar says his office is drafting a plan to make necessary staff adjustments for the following school year. The district spokesperson, Diana Hagelin, says the potential federal cuts would hit programs that serve some of the district's most vulnerable students. She says the district is bracing for the loss of key migrant, multilingual, and student support services unless the U.S. Department of Education restores the funding. The district hopes for a last-minute reversal, much like the one that happened earlier this year when federal funds were withheld and later released. Rivercom 911 has purchased a building in Wenatchee to renovate into a new facility. In 2024, Rivercom, which currently operates out of the Wenatchee Police Department building, purchased a property on the corner of Northeast 5th Street and Lyle Avenue in East Wenatchee with the intention to build a new communications center. To completely build a new facility, it would cost the emergency agency over $24 million. The new building, located at 2525 Euclid Way in Old Station, is expected to cost approximately $8.5 million. Executive Director Doug Jones said Rivercom is evaluating the sale of all or a portion of the property purchased in 2024 to help offset renovation costs and reduce impacts to taxpayers. The agency anticipates renovations will be complete in early 2027.
So we started looking at existing facilities, and this one out on Euclid came up. It's a little bit smaller than we wanted. That's going to be about probably 6,000 square feet smaller than our new facility that we were planning, but certainly for the next 15 to 20 years is one that will work for us.
When we come back, the Washington State Patrol is using the DUI arrest of a Cashmere motorist to make a point about driving under the influence. And not even the rain could keep more than 1,500 runners from the Community Foundation of North Central Washington's annual Turkey Trot this year. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
The Washington State Patrol is using the DUI arrest of a Cashmere motorist to make a point about driving under the influence. The police agency released footage yesterday on its social media channels from the November 3rd arrest of James L. Porter, who drove erratically and wove in and out of his lane on westbound Highway 2 between Wenatchee and Cashmere. Dashcam footage shows Porter's vehicle failing to pull over for troopers and nearly striking the guardrail. The medium speed pursuit ended on Hay Canyon Road, where the 56-year-old Porter was arrested. He pleaded guilty in Chelan County Court to DUI, reckless driving, and failing to stop for police. Porter was sentenced last month to 105 days in custody, with 60 of them served on electronic home monitoring. Sheriff's deputies are seeking assistance looking into a possible homicide north of Brewster. The body of 71-year-old Moises Moran Perez was found November 30th at his home on Highway 97. A witness reported discovering the death about 7:52 p.m. When police investigated, they found what appeared to be mortal wounds to Perez's body. Okanogan County Sheriff Paul Boudreau says the public help is needed to investigate the case. Anyone with information regarding Perez's movements in the days or weeks prior to his death is asked to contact the Sheriff's Office at 422-7200. Not even the rain could keep more than 1,500 runners from the Community Foundation of North Central Washington's annual Turkey Trot this year. The 5K and 10K races on Thanksgiving Day kicked off the foundation's 10th year of Give North Central Washington, an online campaign that raises funds for local nonprofits throughout the region. On race day, the participants helped raise over $37,000 to be split equally between participating nonprofits. Last year, Give North Central Washington brought in $300,000 for local causes. The campaign runs from Thanksgiving Day through December 31st. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will bring you part 2 of our story with the newly formed Wenatchee Junior City Council. Expect moderately heavy rain at times tonight with localized flooding. I'll have all your weather details coming up, followed by Eric Granstrom with a look at all the day's sports action as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues after these messages.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
The holiday season is here, and life is hectic. Let Merry Maids help simplify yours. You expect a lot, and Merry Maids delivers more. They'll make your home or business sparkle for holiday parties, special events, and family gatherings. They'll customize the cleaning to fit your needs and your budget. Merry Maids are cleaning experts. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. Best of all, your satisfaction is always guaranteed. Visit online, merrymaids.com, and call for a free estimate. Then you can relax. It's done.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
On last night's evening news and in our features story, NCW Life introduced our viewers to 3 members of the Wenatchee Junior City Council. It's a new project headed by council members Charlie Atkinson and Myra Navarra Gomez that was adopted into City Code in July. The Junior City Council, consisting of 7 high school students and their 2 alternates, began meeting in October. After their latest meeting, NCW Life News and the World spoke with the City Council members to learn about why they wanted to begin the program and their goals for the Junior Council.
Junior City Council came about when a group of students visited last January, earlier this year, and they were part of a class from the high school, and Louise Anna, who's on our Junior City Council, asked me how she could become more involved with the community. And I told her that I had heard about the Junior City Council in Auburn, and if she was interested, told her how to get a hold of them, and from there, here we are today. The Junior City Council is helping the City Council with a youth perspective on a range of issues that impact the city. So it gives us an entryway to gain their perspective on things.
Our goal is to really engage them in learning more about their city, giving them opportunities. They'll have field experiences to visit different departments, whether the police department or the homeless task force, and really giving them just a clearer picture of what is actually occurring in our city now. So not only that youth voice, but also that youth information and knowledge.
So we've been training, trying to give them some exposure to different city departments, talking about what initiatives they might get involved with. Tonight we focused on that whole traffic safety component, and trying to get them also to help develop their own rules of procedure.
I think the primary goal would really just be that they engage with our city, that they not only gain a better understanding of what it takes to really run a city and to be good citizens and active part of this community, but also in the long run, we hope that these young adults will come back. They might even join City Council based on these experiences. That would be my long-term goal, is really giving them that purview, that early exposure to what it means to be a civic leader and to really engage with your community.
I think in terms of the specifics on the training, we're fortunate to have Mr. Bailey, who taught at the high school for 40 years and was on the City Council, I think, for 14. And so he's been coming to each of our meetings and trying to give them some chunks of starting with a big view picture of government and then closing in on what it means, for what local government can and do and that type of thing.
As we look into the future, a lot of these students will reapply because they have either a 1 year or two-year term, and the goal is that they will continue to engage other youth to become the voice in our city. And we know that through the state of Washington and the AWC trainings, a lot of them can actually get scholarships that will help empower them as they move on to college.
Certainly, as part of the city code that set up the Junior City Council, they are to report annually to the City Council. We'll see as far as a joint meeting or that type of thing. I know we have had tremendous support from the council, from the mayor, and they're all very excited about what this can be, and I think we'll see it grow in terms of its impact to the city.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Tuesday. More rain showers yesterday into our overnight. Not a whole lot during the day, but we mentioned earlier in the newscast, the river levels are going up. This is the Wenatchee River at the West Cashmere Bridge, newly constructed, and water levels will be rising over the next 24 hours as we do expect more heavy rain tonight and once again into Wednesday. There you have it. Flood watch for Chelan County. This is western and central Chelan County. Look at these 72-hour precipitation totals that are possible. 3 to 7 inches in central Chelan County. And look at that, 7 to 11 inches possible near the Cascade Crest. Also, the potential is there for mud and rock slides in steep terrain and also in some of the area's burn scars from wildfires over this past summer. So we are keeping a close eye on the situation as far as our water levels, and we could even see some localized flooding in town as well with heavy rain in the forecast. We'll get to all that in a second. But as far as temperatures go, man, we're still well above normal for this time of year. 47 unofficially, 35 is our normal high for this time of year, and we weren't too far off from our record high set 10 years ago at 52 degrees. Look at that low this morning, 43. That's 18 degrees above our normal low of 25. 3 degrees, our record low, and that was set in 1972. There's our rain total from yesterday, 11 hundredths of an inch. That gets us to 5.45 inches for the year, which is still almost 1.4 inches behind where we should be, but we are going to catch up big time tonight and once again tomorrow. Sunrise this morning, 7:37, and it's set this afternoon at 4:10. All right, let's get you right into this weather picture. Tomorrow's high temperatures, can you believe that? December 10th temperatures, almost 60 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 58 in both those cities, 57 in Quincy, mid-50s. Wenatchee, we'll see 55. Entiat, 53. A little cooler as you move north. Chelan, 42. Omak won't catch quite as much as that warm air at 48 tomorrow. Even Leavenworth and Cashmere tomorrow in the low to mid-50s for high temperatures. Tonight we expect heavy rain as that atmospheric river points right at us in the Cascades and here in central Washington. That greenish gold color is heavy, heavy rainfall. We expect that tonight. We could see between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch of rain. Low temperatures tonight around 40 for Wednesday. Situation isn't going to change much. More of that heavy rain is possible in the Cascades and right here at home. We could see 1/4 to 1/2 inch more rain on Wednesday, but look at those temperatures as we talked about into the mid-50s, so snow melt also a concern for Wednesday. On Thursday, morning rain showers, and then by afternoon, just mostly cloudy skies. We will see high temperatures still on the warm side Thursday into those low 50s, and then as we get into Friday, we'll get a bit of a break. Mostly cloudy skies, high pressure over in Nevada will keep our weather a little bit stable and a little bit drier. High temperatures still on the very warm side, mid-50s on Friday. And then as we get you into the weekend, it looks like a nice start of our weekend. Mostly sunny on Saturday. Look at that, dry once again. High temperatures on Saturday, right around 50. And then, yeah, our next storm system moves in, and it's a biggie. Look at the size of that system on Sunday. Mostly cloudy skies. Won't see a whole lot during the day, but as we get a little bit later in the day, that's when we'll see the effects of that. About a 40% chance of rain. Still mild with high temperatures near 50. And then for Monday, an even better chance for the wet stuff as this system stays off the coast of British Columbia. Even more heavy rain possible along the Cascades on Monday. Still mild, though, with high temperatures near 50. All right, time for your 7-day forecast now, brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. 39 overnight tonight. Expect heavy rain at times. You'll probably hear it outside your window. Cloudy skies on Wednesday. Rain is likely, but look at that warm up. We were going to see 55 possibly for a high temperature tomorrow. Morning rain showers for Thursday, giving way to partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. 52 your high temperature, and then a nice couple of days Friday into Saturday, mostly cloudy and 54 Friday. Lots of sunshine, and won't that be nice on Saturday with a high of 50, and then back to the rainy weather, all the way up to a 70% chance of rain on Monday with high temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
And a good Tuesday to you. Thanks to Dan for filling in for me on Friday and Monday. Seattle Kraken got out to a slow start and gave up 2 empty net goals and a 4-1 loss to Minnesota last night. Philip Grubauer did what he could, stopping 25 of 27 shots. Seattle's offense didn't get going until Jordan Eberle scored his 9th goal of the season. Chandler Stevenson, Coach Lane Lambert commented on Seattle's 6th straight loss afterwards.
Gruby gave us a chance. It's kind of tough when he plays that well and stands on his head for the first 5-7 minutes, whatever it was there, and gives us a chance. I mean, obviously, wish we could have gotten 2 points for him.
I thought we started the game slowly, which, when you've lost 4 in a row and then, haven't won a game in 5, that's disappointing to me. I thought our goaltender was outstanding tonight. Gave us a chance to win. I would agree with his assessment that we need more from everybody. We have to have everybody playing well, and we just can't afford to have any passengers. And I didn't think everyone brought their best tonight.
Kraken remain home Wednesday against the LA Kings. That'll start at 7 o'clock on TNT. Well, the Seahawks are flying high after a big win, their 3rd in a row Sunday, 37-9 over Atlanta. Rookie Nick Eamon-Warry had his best game so far with a block kick, an interception, and a sack. Coach Mike McDonald says his success is a reflection of the work and dedication he has.
Wow, yeah, I think you come out of that game, I think that's kind of the lasting image it's in my mind is the guys celebrating with each other, and just the joy they have when their teammates have success, and just kind of talk about 12 as one. That's it right there, just in a nutshell. And happy for Nick, all the work he's put in. He had a tremendous game. Guys were excited for him, so that was really cool.
Devin Weatherspoon also had a great game with an interception, 2 passes defended, and a fumble recovery. His interception came in the 4th quarter to help seal the deal and was a hustle play, according to Coach McDonald.
Yeah, without getting into all the strategy involved, but I'll tell you this: it's a player that's and a guy that's really dedicated to his craft, and it means a lot to him about how the defense plays together, about how it all works together, and what we're trying to achieve on like a call-to-call basis, and like where you align and what you look like, and how you time things up. All that's going on a play-to-play basis, and you got to be dialed into the game plan understand how the offense operates from week to week, because everybody operates differently. And Spoon is leading the charge on that front, and he's got a great feel for the game naturally too, but it doesn't just happen by accident. He puts a ton of work into it. It matters to him. He's passionate about being right and making it come to life, and that's what happens. We said it yesterday, but ball finds energy, and I mean, that was a highly energetic play.
Seahawks offense was stymied in the first half. They turned it around in the second half, outscoring Atlanta 31-3. McDonald credits Sam Darnold and offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak for staying with the game plan.
Well, I just thought we got a little bit more in rhythm on offense and was more successful on first down. Had a couple actually get back on track, good plays, explosives. I think it's really that simple, And it's a credit to Sam and our coaches of just, hey, sticking to it. Like we're gonna work through our game plan and make some adjustments, and not get frazzled or discouraged or frustrated, and just keep hammering away. And then eventually we'll find some things that start to click. And like I said, I thought Clint called a great game in the second half and really set up some great plays. And I thought Sam played really well, especially late in the down. He's really accurate, but really made some plays there when initially nothing was there, especially on his last touchdown pass was a phenomenal play.
Seattle's back home Sunday for a marquee matchup with the Indianapolis Colts. That'll be at 1:25 on CBS. Seattle is still in first place, tie atop the NFC West, with the Rams. LA beat up Arizona Sunday 45-17. One game on the schedule in women's college basketball for two teams from the Northwest. 5-4 Eastern Washington Eagles play at 1-8 Washington State Cougars. WSU still looking for their first home win of the season. That game gets underway at 6 o'clock on ESPN+. Wenatchee Wild are back home after a 1-2 trip to Alberta over the weekend after a 2-1 loss at Lethbridge and 5-1 defeat at Medicine Hat. Wenatchee was eagerly looking for a win at Calgary on Sunday. Wenatchee returns home Friday to host the Tri-City Americans in the first of a home-and-home series. Austin says the Ams have a pretty good defense.
We're taking on a Tri-City team. They're in 9th place right now in the conference, but they've got a winning record right now. And part of the way they've been able to do it, you notice they've got one of the lowest ranked offenses in the league. They've got one of the best defenses in the league. So they're a group that can grind out a close, low-scoring game. They win a lot of close games. And we found out this past week that they've got an extra scoring threat at the other end of the ice in their goaltender, who scored his first goalie goal this past week. So, no, they've got maybe the best goaltender in the league in Xavier Wentz. So they've got some talented players on that team. And if we're going to win some games against Tri-City this weekend, we may have to grind out some close ones. We're going to need some good goaltending and some good defense, some good shot blocking like we got on Sunday against Calgary. May have to go back to the tape and watch that one again to figure out how to remember how to grind out one of those close wins.
After hosting Tri-City Friday at 7 o'clock, the Wild will head for Kennewick Saturday at 6:05 before hosting Everett Sunday at 4 p.m. Well, local bowlers are back on the Prep Girls bowling schedule today. Earlier, Wenatchee was hosting Sela at Eastmont Lanes. The Eastmont ladies were on the road to face Davis at Minda Lanes. Moses Lake, meanwhile, further down south at Sunnyside at Valley Lanes. Busy girls basketball schedule gets underway at 6 o'clock tonight. The schedule has Brewster playing at Reardon. Tonasket hosts Kettle Falls. Pateros visits Lake Roosevelt. Entiat takes on Bridgeport. Okanagan visits Liberty Bell. Manson hosts Highland. Orville travels to Curlew. Eastmont home against Ellensburg at 7 o'clock while Moses Lake is hosting Hanford. Boys schedule starts a little bit earlier in the day with Moses Lake Christian hosting Oaksdale. Cascade Christian visits Pateros at 6 while Soap Lake hosts Garden City Academy. Moses Lake visits Ellensburg at 7. The 7:30 games find Brewster at Reardon. Tonasket hosts Kettle Falls. Bridgeport is at Entiat. Liberty Bell hosts Okanagan. Highland visits Manson, and Oroville visits Curlew. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a great Tuesday.
And that will do it for this Tuesday edition of the NCW Life Evening News. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.